Hey guys, Diet Gaming here with an episode on Ark Survival Evolved PvP server. I'm not gonna say what server we're on and what have you this time around, but yeah, back with a new series on doing PvP stuff. Haven't done one in a while, like a series or anything like that. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. This is just like a pre-video really. We got like a little stone structure up and going. It's me and Beth over here right now doing the base and getting ourselves up and going, but it's a bit of a grind server because the gather rate is not massively high compared to servers we're usually on. It's very close to like official type server, just a slightly increased gather than official. And when I mean slightly, it's only like 5 gather rate. Is nothing major. The stats are not crazy or anything like that, you know, which is going to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more different to what we're used to playing well these days. So so at the moment it's just going to be a lot of grinding out and getting our levels up really. Like I started last night in my time zone without Beth. I started up the base, and Beth then has joined me then this morning, well this afternoon, this morning, whatever. She's currently out doing something. I think she's just trying to level really at the moment, do bits and bobs as she goes. But as you see, like I currently carry like 170 metal at a time, which isn't too bad. It's good. I'm hoping we'll be able to get some good PvP in on this server, because recent servers we've been playing on, like I haven't recorded anything just because the servers just haven't been that PvP intense. Neither. There's just a lot of tribes have just hidden in their bases and things like that. You know, is like we were playing on Elite Ark. It was a good server, but we found out a couple of problems with it. Like the server always said it was at a minimum of 60 players. We found out that was all the crap. You had to look online and there would be like 10 people on, something like that. So we left that server just basically due to the lies that it says it has like a certain player base and it doesn't. But the server in general was pretty good. It's just you start PvP with people on there and they just run back to their base. And we started raiding someone. If you watch the past stream one raid times, they combat logged on us, and it's a tribe that's been wanting us to raid them for a while, and we went over to basically give them basically what they wanted. They, you know, go over and fight them kind of thing, and they combat logged straight away. We went in and killed a few of their rock golems. I think we killed 5 in the end. But that was like the main issue with the server. No one wanted to PvP. It was just like everyone was going nuts with these bases, like doing huge bases, and just sitting in their bases, like giving out all the big talk, you know, wanting to fight people, come and raid me, and then I'll come and raid you, or something like that. And they wouldn't do it. They would just stay in their bases. No one would go for it, you know. And it's not what you want to do for content. You want to get some raids in, at least. It's just gonna let me get it. What? It's like floating in here. Maybe I got it. So it got a bit boring, a bit stale. I'm running my own PvP server at the moment on the center as well. I'll link that in the description as well, just in case you guys want to go over there. There is an admin base at Blue Orb. It's got no turrets on it. There's community forges and all that there. There's going to be events held on the server as well, run by Beth. So we will still be logging in to do the events and dino wipes and you know, all that stuff to keep the server going. But literally the idea is just for us to maintain the server more than anything, and let you guys crack on. This the stats ain't crazy. They're like 10 gather and things like that. It's got a couple of mods on it. You know, we didn't want to go overboard with that server really. So, you know, but then I know we're playing on a totally different server, but we didn't want to play it. We wanted to have a change for once. We didn't want to play on something with such high gather. We wanted to try something very close to vanilla type arc, and you never know, we might end up back on official down the line, if we get used to playing lower gather rates again, because that's where we used to play quite a lot on Xbox. That's the majority of our game time was on official on Xbox, but then when we came to PC, we were straight on dedicated. So it's a little bit different. And I know I said there was going to be no R content on the channel anymore, and there's been a couple of streams of Ark, and 2 seconds, but I went to Dark and Light, and Dark and Light didn't hold up to the way I was hoping it would. So I was hoping I was going to do more content on there. You know, the House Seal video done extremely well on it, and I appreciate the support on that. You know, people who supported me on that video. But it's just, I don't know, there was too many people glitching stuff, like glitching into your bases and things, you know, and wiping your base and all that. You know, it was just, until they fix a lot of stuff, there won't be any more videos coming from Dark and Light right now. I'm not saying they won't be down the line, but right now we're back playing Ark, just because the game's more finished, and the player base is a lot bigger on Ark. But to be honest, what we've realised as well, the player base on Ark isn't that big anymore. We recently checked on like art server nets and all that, and it wasn't incredibly like populated like what it used to be. Like you used to see like 40,000 players playing, and it's like 17,000 now. So PC Ark seems to be going a bit downhill. Like from what I've seen, the best player base for Ark right now is still on Xbox, which is a bit shocking. But they've got the most. They got the most player base right now is on Xbox, and I think it's closely followed by PlayStation, and then Ark on the PC has just gone kaput. What's a base over here, Beth? Oh, right close to us. Oh, is there? A little stone base is here. Been raided, yo. Yeah, he's been raided. Oh, well. Sharpens. I didn't notice that last night. Oh. Shows how observant I am. But, yeah. It's going to take a while to get this base going. It's not going to be a quick and easy thing, just because the gather rate's a little bit lower, and we haven't tamed any dough dicks or anything like that up yet, or anklos, and to help gather stone and what have you. So we're doing it all by hand right now. So it's rubber band. Jesus, the rubber band is savage. But I will be streaming on this server as well, not just recording episodes. Like raids and that will be recorded, and raid defenses will be recorded. Won't be they won't be streamed at all to stop stream sniping, because that happened to us on a server not so long back. We were getting stream sniped. I was streaming, and as soon as the stream started up, people came over and yeah, they said they weren't, but you clearly see they were. So I'd hide somewhere else, move somewhere else, like inside the base, and I'd be hiding behind something. You could see the bullets hitting what I was hiding behind. So they knew I was there, but they obviously couldn't hit me because I was hidden behind something. But so that's the way I'm going to stick to it. Raid defenses and raids are going to be cut up in maybe into 2 episodes, or maybe just one, depending on how it goes, like how long it goes on for, and how much good content is involved in it. Because sometimes raids and raid defenses can be a little bit boring, because it goes up into a standoff like kind of thing between the 2 tribes eventually, because no one knows what way to push again at you, especially if you push them back a little bit, which happened on the Elite Arc. We pushed a few tribes back on there, and they would stay there for a little while, and you'd see they were running out of gear, and it was only like the one tribe that really kept having a little pop at us, really, and that was the same tribe that combat logged on us when we finally went back at them. We never combat logged on them once, and we, because at the end of the day, you get wiped, it's a bit annoying. Well, I get very annoyed, my tribe would say that, but it's part of the game though, isn't it? You get a bit salty and all that as well, all part of the game, and I do get salty quite a bit when I get wiped, but then you just rebuild the base again, and crack on. There's no point in leaving a server just to redo everything again from scratch, re-level again. So you might as well stick around and keep at it. God damn, this is going to take ages to do all these gates. The joys that go around in. But it's part of fun. But we shall see. We'll see what we can manage, guys. We'll see what we can manage. Just keep getting stone. Gets really repetitive. That's the one thing we found out in Dark and Light. That game got very, very repetitive, very quick. So then, and there's stone behemoth gates in it. Jesus Christ, it was absolutely crazy. And someone breaks one of them down, and that's it. You lose your shit big time. Just because how long that took you to bloody put that thing up. And players on the server know that how long it takes you to do that as well, because how much resources it costs you to do. So to be honest, you could just troll people with it. See they got like these behemoth gates, and just go and wreck their behemoth gates straight away. It's like the last time we played on it on official, we got offline raided again. And that seems to be the same way. I don't mean this in a bad way against French players, but every time it's literally been French tribes who have done it. They want to fight you, and they want to have war with you, and things. We've had the same in Ark as well, and we log back in the next day and we've been offline raided by them. They're not sometimes as big as you, but offline raiding someone is just weak. We might as well waste the fun in it. There's no fun in it at all. I'd rather raid someone online. This server's got offline raid protection, so that's a good thing as well. But I'm not sure what the cooldown is on it, and I hope it's not a short one. I hope it's a bit of a long cooldown period, so people try and combat log. You can at least still try and get into their bases and take this stuff, because then that's their problem for combat logging. Then you have an offline raid them, they've seen you starting to raid them, and to save their own skins because you're breaking in, they combat log, well, that's their problem. But if you're attacking a base, the ORP's just kicked in, and you haven't actually actively started raiding it, and they don't even know you're raiding, then that again that comes into the category of of combat offline raiding. Do you know what I mean? Even though you've just seen them online, but you haven't actively let them know you are going to start the raid on them. But before we used to log off on, because Elite Arc's got the same thing with RP, which hasn't got this time around. We used to fly around the outside of the base just to make sure there was no raid bases being set up before we logged off, because we didn't want a combat log on someone if they were actively about to start raiding us, because we want to have the opportunity to defend our base back against these tribes, and make it fun for them and make it fun for ourselves as well at the same time, because we didn't want to log in and see our base destroyed or half blown up, which happened a few times. We logged in and gates would be blown off or something by these like 12-year-old kids. No offense to them, but they were 12, like 13 and stuff, and they would just come and troll your base like non-stop. Which, if that's the way they want to play the game, that's up to them, but it's not the way I like playing it. If I go for a raid, I'll go for a raid, like type of thing. Like, I have done it, like, gone up and blown up spikes and things like that, or people's, like, right outside their base, but that's just to get their attention to come out. Especially, like, the one I was on about, the combat locked on us. I used to go and blow their spikes up just to get them to come out. Just because I knew it would draw them out of their base, and then we would kill them all the time. I used to get, like, these crazy stat, like, fabricated snipers and, like, ascendant helmets and stuff, like, 1,000 ascendant flak helmets, like, 1,000 armor rating on it, because one of their guys had abused, AA mod with the classic mind wipe and just pumped everything into crafting skill. So it was a good way of gearing ourselves up without us actually wasting resources, because they would get so reckless. And once we started killing a lot of them, they would just stay like right outside the front of their base. They would chase us for like 2 seconds, and they would fly straight back into their base and hide out. But that was the story of that server. Everyone done the same thing. You'd start PvP with them. We'd stay away from our base, but they wouldn't want to do that. They would want us to follow them back to their base and be stupid and get caught by their turrets or something. Which I had a Wyvern with very high, fast, good movement speed on it, and I would just fly past their base with holding down B, singing them a song as I went past, or playing music over the mic to them, just to troll them a little bit, have a bit of fun. They must have thought some crazy guy flying past, like playing like the final countdown of Mortal Kombat or something over the mic. Poison Wyvern coming in. Pretty sure that's the same Wyvern that was over here earlier. He's going back down to the beaver dams, he is. It was a lightning area, was it? He's gone now, though, he has. Headed back down into the beaver dams. Yeah, we're going to raid everyone's bases, we are, because we got a Wyvern. Like, the best story I got about singing songs to tribes is Tropical Thunder, when I was suicide rocketing their base, running through singing 3 Days Grace Car Crash. That song I was running through, because it's on about you can't stop at the red light kind of thing. And because they couldn't stop me, I was running straight through their base and just rocketing everything. And you can see it was annoying them quite a bit, because they would try and stop me. But you gotta have a bit of fun, and if it winds up the other tribe a little bit and draws them out and makes them do reckless things, and especially when you're a small tribe like us, we don't have that many members. We don't like to have that many members, because it prevents you from being really insided. If you only take in people we really trust, or play with people as an alliance, and then maybe recruit them into the tribe. If you see they're good PvPers, and 2, they prove to you that they're trustworthy, and they're not, that they want to build up, they want to hit to be one of the top tribes on the server, and and make good videos and things. But I'm very careful who I take in, and I know Beth's the same as well. She won't take anyone in, but even if she took me in, but she got no choice, no matter. Like, pretty sure she'll go without me in her tribe. Because I always get pterodons killed non-bloody stop. Me and pterodons just don't get along. Well, you've made parachutes to do. Yoink. Robbing 2 of them. But, ooh, level up. Let's have a look. Ooh, I don't want, I'll pump a little bit into fortitude there. Let's have a look at engrams. I'm doing all metal structures now. Not all the main house ones, anyway. Which is nice. So hopefully this new season goes well. Not sure when the server will wipe because we are late to it. So if we decide to stay, if they do wipe it as well, which we might, depending on how it goes, the season will just flow into one season. Like, you know, I'll let you know it's been wiped, the server, and it'll continue from the same season. It won't just, I won't start another one. It'll just be a continuation because it could happen very soon. It may not happen. Them wiping the server, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they do wipe the server. I think they try and keep it like official. To let the auto decay set in and all that, you know, to demolish the bases instead. Which is an interesting way of doing it. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. It's only 20 odd minutes long, but it's just let's say, you know, we're back to doing our content, doing videos, a new season, and I hope you all enjoy it, guys. And you gotta remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of my art content that's coming out soon. And thank you for and then support the channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, have a good one and take care of yourselves, and bye bye.